We were the pioneers of India's freedom struggle against Britain. We formed India's first government in exile for liberating the country from British rule. We were the first to demand complete independence for India. We were the first to launch the Non-Cooperation and Quit India movement. We were the first to confer the title of Mahatma on Gandhiji. We were the first to advocate Hindu-Muslim unity and justified it on the basis of Shariat and Hadith. We opposed the partition of the country and the creation of Pakistan. We are Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, a symbol of India's unity in diversity. The Mughal Empire ceased to exist in India the day troops belonging to the East India Company entered Delhi and took Emperor Shah Alam under their protection. The East India Company that day proclaimed, "People belong to God, country to the king, and administration to Company Bahadur." The brave ulama, however, refused to bow before the British forces, and the great religious scholar Shah Abdul Aziz even issued a fatwa saying, "Our country has been enslaved. To fight for independence is now our duty." When India's first war of independence broke out in 1857, the ulama fought shoulder to shoulder with rebelling forces in a bid to throw the British out of the country.
ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने ये ऐलान किया कि जहां भी मौलवी मिले पकड़ो और मार डालो। चुनांचे मौलवी कौन है उसकी अलामत और पहचान ये बताई गई कि जिसके मुंह पर दाढ़ी हो या लांबा कुर्ता हो। 50,000 से ज्यादा दाढ़ी कुर्ते वाले उसके बाद पूरे मुल्क में कत्ल किए गए।
दिल्ली और उसके कुर्ब जवार में जहां उलमा का गढ़ हुआ करता था, बड़े बड़े उलमा पाए जाते थे और बड़े बड़े काम होते थे, उन इलाकों में ये पोजीशन हो गई थी कि लोग अपनी मैयत को लेकर गांव-गांव घूमते थे कि शायद फला गांव में 12 उलमा थे, शायद कोई वहां मिल जाए। वहां पहुंचते तो कोई नहीं है। दूसरे गांव में गए, तीसरे में गए, और जब लाश में से बदबू उठने लगती थी तो बिना जनाजे के दफन करते थे। ये हालत हो गई। ऐसे वक्त में जो चंद उलमा बच गए थे, उन्होंने फैसला किया कि इस लड़ाई को अगर आगे बढ़ाना है तो हमें इस्लामिक एजुकेशन के इंस्टीट्यूशन कायम करने चाहिए। और उसके 10 साल के बाद 1867 में 67 में देवबंद में एक छोटा सा मदरसा शुरू किया गया। एक तालिब इल्म, एक उस्ताद, और उस मदरसे के वो पहले तालिब इल्म थे जिनको दुनिया शेखुल हिंद मौलाना महमूद हसन देवबंदी के नाम से जानती है, जिन्होंने वो रेशमी रुमाल की तहरीक चलाई और राजा महेंद्र प्रताप को उसका सदर बनाया, अफगानिस्तान की गवर्नमेंट इन एग्जाइल का, और गांधी जी को महात्मा का खिताब दिलवाया और आजादी की लड़ाई में गांधी जी को लीडर बनवाया।
The ulama even went to the extent of forming India's first government in exile to liberate the country from the British rule. However, their plan, which later came to be known as Silk Letter Conspiracy, ended in a fiasco, as it was leaked out to the British authorities. Hundreds of ulama were arrested across the country. Sheikhul Hind, Maulana Mahmud Hassan, and his favorite disciple, Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madni, were deported out of the country and were imprisoned in a jail in Malta. This setback convinced the ulama that they could not free India by waging an armed struggle against the British. In 1919, they decided to launch a mass campaign under the banner of Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind. Jamiat remained on the forefront of India's freedom struggle and was the first organization to call for the complete independence of the country.
पब्लिक ओपिनियन को फॉर्म करने में जमीयत का कोई मुकाबला नहीं है जंग आजादी के। ये सबसे बड़ी चीज थी कि जब फियर इतना छा चुका था लोगों के माइंड पे कि ब्रिटिश सरकार के खिलाफ बोलना तो दूर की बात, उनके बारे में सोचना भी लोगों ने छोड़ दिया था। ऐसा जहन बन चुका हो, आप अपने रूलर से इतने मरूब हो चुके हो कि आपकी आजादी की ख्वाहिश मर चुकी हो। ऐसे वक्त में कुछ लोग उठे और आपके दिल में आजादी की ख्वाहिश को जगा दे, इससे बड़ा कोई रोल नहीं हो सकता।
Be it the non-cooperation movement or the boycott of foreign goods, Jamiat leaders worked shoulder to shoulder with Gandhiji. On the 5th of August 1942, Jamiat launched the Quit India movement, which led to a massive uprising against the British rule in the country and culminated in India becoming an independent state. However, the Hindu-Muslim unity that drove the British out of the country became the first casualty in the wake of the widespread communal riots that accompanied the creation of Pakistan. Jamiat leader Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madni toured the entire country and appealed to the Muslims not to be misled by Jinnah's Muslim League and firmly opposed the creation of Pakistan.
वो तो यही कहते थे कि तुम लोग धोखे में मुब्तला और मुल्क को तबाह कर रहे हो और बहुत बड़ा कत्लेआम होगा।
जमीयत तो बहुत मुखालिफ थी पाकिस्तान बनने के। बहुत ज्यादा शब्दों के साथ मौलाना हफीजुर रहमान जो मुजाहिद मिल्लत पूरे गांधी जी के बहुत करीब थे, बहुत कोशिश करते रहे वो गांधी जी से कि पाकिस्तान को तस्लीम नहीं करना चाहिए और जलसों में बड़े बड़े जलसों में शदीद मुखालफत करते रहे, पाकिस्तान ही बनना चाहिए। उन पर उन्होंने मुस्लिम वालों ने हमले भी कराए और उन्हें परेशान करने की बहुत कोशिश की गई, मगर सब बर्दाश्त करते रहे और मुस्लिम लीग की मुखालफत करते रहे बराबर।
The trail of communal riots that accompanied the partition of the country is still continuing in India. There have been over 30,000 incidents of riots since India got independence on the 15th of August 1947. Even official records reveal that 85% killed and property lost in riots were those of Muslims. Not very long ago, these houses were full of life. The 1st of March 2002, when a rioting mob attacked the people living in these dilapidated dwellings, they hastily took refuge in this small room with the hope that they would be safe there. When the rioters failed to force open the door, they filled it with water and dropped a live electric wire and electrocuted all the people inside the room. "33 bodies were recovered in this narrow street when the police reached here the next morning. The only crime those hapless victims had committed was that they were all Muslims."
Indian Muslims have faced the problem of security and identity from the day one after the country got independence. Even today, it's not literacy or development, but protection remains the most important issue for the Muslims in India. It's ironic that instead of being treated as an equal stakeholder of Indian society, the Muslims in India remain a despised minority, disliked by a large section of majority. Instead of ensuring their safety and security, even the police and governments in India often become their worst enemies.